yoga, or the name doesn't matter, and just say Christ and God in Christ. All right. These are people that counsel for themselves. All right, go ahead.
Beware of a counselor, and know before what need he hath, for he will counsel for himself, lest he cast a lot upon thee.
Yeah, lest he cast a lot upon thee, and he gonna counsel for himself. Go ahead.
And say unto thee, thy way is good.
Yeah, he's gonna say your way is good. All right, your way is good. Go ahead.
And afterward he stand on the other side to see what shall befall thee.
Yeah, he's gonna dip out. All right, you know. So it goes into this. This specifically is going into basic counsel, but it could also deal with doctrine too, man. Because they tell you these things, and they guess what? When Gehenna gonna tell you about taking the chip, he gonna dip out. He ain't gonna take the chip. All right, or he might just take it just to sell out and see what happened to you too. You know, all right. Just like the other prophets, they don't know what's gonna happen because they're not in the spirit of the Lord. All right, as far as selling out. All right, they know the Lord's coming back to destroy America deep down inside, but dealing with Esau, they don't know what the outcome gonna be. All right, it could be anything. So they want to see what's gonna happen to their flock. All right, they want to see hey, did it work? You know. Yeah. Go ahead.
I mean that was it today.
All right. Now let's get into the subject at hand. You know, basically, like we said, let everything be done unto what edify. All right, go ahead. Yeah, we can go in Revelations. Don't they have that in Revelations? But we're gonna go in 1 Corinthians. I'm gonna look for it. Okay. All right.
This is 1 Corinthians 14 and verse 1. Follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy.
So this is talking. Go ahead.
For he that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto men, but unto the Most High.
Now this is actually talking about in tongues, which you niggas get all mixed up in the first place, because speaking in tongues is talking about speaking in a different language. You look up the word, the definition is literally talking about speaking in a different language. All right, so when you're speaking in an unknown tongue, that's like me talking to a person that only knows how to speak English and speak German. Okay, go ahead.
Says, for no man understandeth him, howbeit in the spirit he speaketh mysteries. But he that prophesieth speaketh unto men to edification and exhortation and comfort.
Yeah. Go ahead.
He that speaketh in an unknown tongue edifieth himself.
That's right, man. You know, because at the end of the day, this truth is about edification. All right. Like I said, this is talking about speaking in tongues. All right. It's talking about a person that speaks French or German, talking to somebody in that language who only speaks English. All right. Go ahead.
But he that prophesieth edifieth the church.
Yeah, he that prophesieth edified the church. Go ahead.
I would that ye all spake with tongues, but rather that ye prophesied. For greater is he that prophesieth than he that speaketh with tongues, except he interpret, that the church may receive edifying.
Yeah. So if we out there on the highways and we're speaking in Hebrew, we have to have someone there to interpret what we're saying. Okay? We have to, just like the brother in Germany, okay? He speaks in both languages. Why? Because basically they speak German, but he has to speak in our language for the edification of the people who's watching in America. Because if you speak full-blown German, it's only edifying to them. But as far as people in America that only speak English, it's only edifying to that situation he's in. All right, so to edify the church, he jumps back and forth to different languages. You know, it's just an example. This chapter here is an example of how you niggas out there are teaching, and brothers too, man. You know, that you have to be able to You have to be able to adapt to the situation, man. You know, not edify yourself. All right, we can go deep. You know, it's good to go deep, but you have to know when it's time to go deep. You have to know when it's time to adjust to that person. All right, go ahead.
And if I could add something to that, you know, going back to verse 2, it says, "For he that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto men, but unto the Most High, for no man understandeth him." All right, and the precept for that is hearing him. All right, just like the brother was saying, if he's speaking full-blown German, you know, a lot of people that's in America that watch the video, they're not gonna watch it. They're not gonna watch it very long. Like I don't understand this dude, so they're not going to hear it. You know, right. So they're gonna keep going about their business, man. All right. This is verse 6, 1 Corinthians 14:6. "Now, brethren, if I come unto you speaking with tongues, what shall I profit you? Except I shall speak to you either by revelation, or by knowledge, or by prophesying, or by doctrine. And even things without life giving sound, whether pipe or harp, except they give a distinction in the sounds. How shall it be known that it's piped or harp?"
Yeah, that's right. So basically, if we out here speaking in tongues, man, how could you know what's going on? All right, so we gotta speak your language. All right, you know, so give me that 1 Corinthians 19:19. You know, because like this chapter 14 is an example of how to adapt to your environment, so to speak. All right, go ahead.
1 Corinthians 9:19. "For though I be free from all men, yet have I made myself servant unto all, that I might gain the more."
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we're servants. All right, we're servants to the elect. All right, we're servants to each other. All right, we're servants as men of the Lord, as prophets, as part of 144,000. We're servants to the elect, and we're there to serve them. When we are preparing that food, the word is the food. When we go home, we study. Not only we of course we eat our own plate that we make, all right, but we got to go out there and serve them, all right. And you ain't gonna serve nobody no shit, so you're gonna take your time with your food, okay? So we're servants, all right. Go ahead. And ultimately, we're servants to the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, go ahead.
"And unto the Jews I became a Jew, that I might gain the Jews."
Yeah. Now this is going into the point that I'm trying to make is basically you're adapting to your environment. Because at the end of the day, it ain't about shitting on nobody with knowledge. It's about edifying. It's about building up. It's about increasing that person with that knowledge. Because at the end of the day, you want them to make it on a chariot. And the only thing that's going to get them on that chariot is the Most High. So the closest you can get to them is through the scriptures. So you give them the scriptures. Like somebody said, you teach a man how to fish, you know, instead of giving them fish, all right, so to speak. Basically, you show that person how to get their own food, all right. You know, this is how you do it. Instead of a person keep coming up to you, it makes you look good. You know, like something you making money. Somebody come up to you, let me borrow $5. You give it to them instead of showing them how to make $5 and turn that $5 into more money. All right, that person gonna keep coming to you and be like, that person is gonna make you look good. So once you feed a person like that, man, they ain't increasing the knowledge. All right.
Yeah, that's just like people being born with silver spoons, man. They don't know how to go get a job because they already have it. So their parents don't teach them how to, basically go get their own. They just give them everything and do everything for them. It's not going to increase them. They're just going to grow up that way.
Yeah, they don't know about the real world, man.
Exactly.
Okay.
It says, "And unto the Jews I became a Jew, that I may gain the Jews. To them that are under the law, as under the law, that I might gain them that are under the law."
Yeah, because guess what? It's all about edification. It's all about building up, and it's all about teaching. So if somebody that's claimed themselves to be an Israelite come up to us with a shaved beard, You're under the law. You know about the law. All right. So I'm gonna ask you, where's your beard? All right. You saying you study, you deep in it. Well, where's your beard? All right. Now, if you don't know nothing about the scripture, but you're intrigued, I'm not gonna get on you about that at that very moment. Once you learn about it, or I will reference you about it later on down the line of exhorting you. But I'm not gonna. You walk up and what y'all brothers talking about? Well, where's your beard? And you don't know nothing about the law, statutes, and commandments like that, because Jake really don't. Jake don't know about keeping your not getting a line up and having your beard. But you know, if you're a damn come fight and you roll up on us like they have, and with a fucking a Manchu going on, I'm gonna ask you, where's your beard? Straight off. All right, go ahead.
To them that are without the law, as without the law, being not without law to the Most High.
Yeah. So when you're dealing with somebody that don't know about the scriptures, all right, that are without the law, all right, you deal with them as such, but not you don't go off. All right, you don't go off, man. There's ways, you know, you can edify people without even you know, letting them know you're an Israelite straight off, you know, so to speak, because a lot of people at this point in time we're out there, man, and it depends on the people you're dealing with. Because at this point you should just give it to them raw, you know what I'm saying? But at a certain time, it's to your discretion on how you deal with a person. But they should handle it straight raw. But there's a situation that you can take it step by step. You know, somebody asks like, yeah, man, I'm like, I like getting down with a lot of women, whoop, 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 and say, I'll be messing with this chick. Like, brother, like, I mess with this chick, this and that. And she got a man, she confusing me. I'm like, in my mind, like, that nigga committed adultery. That nigga wilding out. I'm like, then I'm just like, yeah, man, yeah, I don't rock like that. I don't deal. Then, them women crazy, man. You're not supposed to be dealing with no woman got no man. I worded right to the point that, so he understand, like, she ain't right in the first place. If she got a man and she wants you, and she don't want you. See, you already said she crazy, So it edified him to the point like, yeah, I need to stop fucking with women that that got a man, And then later find it like, that's adultery, Now there's certain people you can just hit there and plain out, boom. But there's certain people just you could tell them like that. It's to your discretion, To be raw is better though, no doubt, because they'll just lay it right then and there, and the person could choose, whether they want it or not. All right, but go ahead.
All right, it says, to them that are without law, as without law, being not without law to the Most High, but under the law to Hamashiach, that I might gain them that are without the law. To the weak became I as weak, that I might gain the weak. I am made all things to all men, that I might by all means save some.
Yeah, we become all things to all men, that we might save some. So any way we bring it, we're going into different aspects. To coming on a scholarly level, coming on a basic level, being without the law is being with the law. Being without the law is the example I gave you earlier. All right, not bringing up the law like thou shalt not commit adultery, but letting a person know without, bringing up the law that you shouldn't commit adultery. So that basically at the end of the day you could win some, because everybody don't have to know you're an Israelite, in personal in your personal life, man. Because we already got hell being the prophets on the highways and byways. Right? And then, we're not ashamed. No, we're not ashamed at all. But we know the type of drama it'll bring. You know what I'm saying? If I'm at work, certain people could do it. But, certain gigs, or certain environments, if I'm in my gym and I let them know I'm an Israelite, and my trainer, let me know my trainer I'm an Israelite, I'm pretty sure he knows what we do. Mm-hmm. He's not going to train me the same. All right? Might not even, want to train me. So to use this word as not abusing it, of course, I want to get trained properly. So you don't have to know all my business. You understand?